Amid chaos in Washington, two Hampton Roads congressional representatives were in town today, Congressman Bobby Scott and Congresswoman Jen Kiggans. During the Hampton Roads Chamber's annual Congressional Forum, those two spoke on the race for the next speaker. They also talked about a looming government shutdown and the war in Israel.
Yeah, a lot going on. Sarah Hammond joins us now in the studio to fill us in. So, Sarah, first, what did they have to say about filling former Speaker Kevin McCarthy's seat?
Well, Kiggans and Scott called the last 2 weeks, quote, frustrating and chaotic as the race for a new House Speaker drags on. And you'll remember Representative Kevin McCarthy was ousted by a small number of Republicans in a historic move just about 2 weeks ago. Congresswoman Jen Kiggans and Congressman Bobby Scott took the stage in Portsmouth Monday.
Despite the current dysfunction on display in Washington, we're actually accomplishing a lot over the last few years.
The two talked about the economy, military, and child care, among other topics, but the conversation inevitably turned to the House Speaker race.
It's troubling that one of the main reasons that the Speaker was removed from office was the fact that he actually worked with Democrats to keep the government open.
Kiggans says she applauds former Speaker Kevin McCarthy for working across the aisle to keep the government open, even with his job on the line, but calls the last 2 weeks, quote, frustrating and chaotic.
I don't understand some of the things that we've had a minority of my side of the aisle that's been able to really have a louder voice and become a majority. So we have work to do.
The other topic on many people's minds is the Israel-Hamas war raging on. Both representatives say democracy depends on us standing by Israel.
Both Israel and Ukraine know that we're going to stand by our allies. They need to know that, and their enemies need to know that. Democracy is at stake.
If we are not strong, we don't stand against the aggressors of the world, then we see things like what happened in Israel. So it will continue to be a priority of mine.
Both also emphasize support for Ukraine as their war against Russia continues. Kiggans, though, says she supports Ukraine with accountability, not with a blank check. Back to you.
Sarah, thanks. And as for the vote for Congressman Jim Jordan, it's set for tomorrow. Congressman Scott says he doesn't think Jordan will work across the aisle, which he says is necessary. Kiggans has not yet responded to our question of how she will vote, but during the forum, she said it's time to get someone in that seat.